Fala aí galera, beleza? Aqui quem fala é o Jony, sejam bem-vindos para mais um vídeo. E galera, seguinte, tô de volta aqui no canal trazendo para vocês mais um vídeo. E dessa vez aqui mais um vídeo de Valorant. E galera, seguinte, o Valorant tá quase chegando, ele chega no Brasil em 5 de maio. E tá surgindo algumas dúvidas, que é o seguinte: a Riot anunciou, né, quando teve o anúncio do jogo, que os servidores do Valorant iriam ser TICKRATE de 128, tá certo? E surge a dúvida, o que é TICKRATE e o que muda esse TICKRATE ser 128 ou não? Eu vou explicar aqui pra vocês rapidinho e depois eu vou colocar pra vocês um vídeo que é da própria Riot. O Valorant postou na sua página oficial do Twitter, explicando o que esse TICKRATE vai mudar na gameplay dos outros jogos para o Valorant, tá certo? Geralmente os jogos de FPS têm um TICKRATE de 64 e o Valorant vai ter o dobro, 128. Mas primeiro a gente tem que entender o que é o TICKRATE. Para quem não sabe, TICKRATE é uma frequência que o servidor atualiza durante o jogo. Quando o servidor tem um TICKRATE de, por exemplo, vou pôr um número 20, significa que ele é capaz de mandar pacotes aos clientes no máximo 20 vezes por segundo, como se fosse o FPS, só que é um pouquinho diferente. Para você ter noção, eu vou te dar um exemplo. Já teve algum jogo que você tava atrás de uma parede e você foi um pouquinho pro lado e voltou e o inimigo te matou naquele tempo, e quando ele te mata você já tá atrás da parede cover de volta? Então, provavelmente isso aí é do TICKRATE. Eu vou colocar aí pra vocês agora uma foto que explica mais ou menos isso, o TICKRATE de 20 e o TICKRATE de 128, que vai ser o dos servidores do Valorant. Então, provavelmente no Valorant não vai acontecer disso, né, de você morrer pro inimigo estando atrás do cover ou algo do tipo. Enfim, tá aí, a Riot inovou, né, nesse Valorant, nesse FPS. Vamos ver o que vai dar agora, dia 5 de maio. O jogo tá quase chegando, hype pra caramba pra esse jogo, eu quero muito jogar ele. Comenta aí embaixo se você também já quer jogar ou se você já jogou ele no beta fechado lá dos Estados Unidos, beleza? Mas enfim, é isso galera, eu vou ficando por aqui, fica aí com o vídeo, deixa o like aí, se inscreve no canal e ativa aí o sininho de notificações para vocês não perderem os próximos que eu soltar aqui no canal, tá certo? Fica aí com o vídeo, é nóis!
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. So you've got the desk now where you can like, no, it's cool, it's cool.
Hello everyone, I'm David Straley. This is Dave Hieronymus. He's Australian and we are the Australians. Today I'd love to speak with you all about what we're doing for netcode for Valorant, and I kind of want to go through behind the scenes technically, like what that means to you as the player and what you'll experience. So one thing that kind of rings really clear to us on Valorant and to our designers is our philosophy on competitive integrity. So I guess in essence, right, competitive integrity is that for every single game you play, whether you win or you lose, you're in control of the outcome. Through no fault of the other 9 players or the game server, they will not hinder your experience.
I mean, what this all means is that Valorant players should get some of the best network conditions in the industry with Riot Direct and with our 128 tick game servers. So, Riot Direct, it is Riot's ISP. Most games via your local ISPs, you leave your house, bounce around a few different points, and then get to the game servers. And so, how do we have a better influence over the player experience? We decided to build our own ISP. So the great thing about Riot Direct is it's Riot. Anywhere there is a hole, as we learn more about Valorant and Valorant players and where people are playing from, we can build that network. Like if you're in Morocco, hey, there's no point of presence there. We can decide, hey, like that's somewhere where there's a ton of players, and so we want to bring a better experience to them. So we can extend that, invest in it, wherever it makes sense for our players.
And this is just the beginning of our investment. We're only going to make it better over time. We're going to keep adding more points of presence, better routing paths, and expect to see this continue to improve. Kind of to that, how does networking infrastructure kind of help competitive integrity? It's through us minimize something called peeker's advantage. I've got a clip here of a player on the right peeking out on a player on the left. As the player peeks out, there's actually a window of time where he can see the opponent before the opponent sees him. This, in its sense, is like horrible for gameplay. We want to minimize this as much as possible. How does this happen? Why does this exist? Let me show you that as well. So I've made a small diagram to kind of demonstrate. We've got player A and player B. Player A is stepping out on player B. And the reason for that actual delay is a network round trip from player A's computer to the game server down to player B. That entire loop takes that long before B realizes that A exists. So minimizing this loop is of the utmost importance for us maintaining competitive integrity. Let me kind of explain the player value in minimizing peeker's advantage. So one of the first examples I'll walk through is hit registration. If you look at this snap, we have a red outline and a blue outline. The blue outline is what you see as a player when you shoot somebody, and the red outline is what the server sees when it is processing your shot. When you shoot at a player in a game, the time at which you take that shot is actually different from when the server is running. The server has actually already moved on in time and gone into like future state. So when it needs to evaluate whether you hit your shot or not, it needs to rewind gameplay, move all the players back in world to kind of find out to see if the shot lined up. Right. A lot of games out there in the shooter space offer a 64-tick for free by default. If the server's running 64-tick, or you're kind of downsampled to your opponents. So even though you see something really smooth for yourself, players otherwise don't see it in that same way, and that kind of degrades the experience more than it should. Our old networking code running at 64-tick, this is kind of the output you see. Not good, not great, but the heads are like closely aligned, but not quite like lock-on. Now I'll show you guys what we have with our new netcode and running 128-tick servers. So players are almost exactly aligned from head to toe. So if you can see here, it's almost an exact alignment of the client's position and the server's position. But we can go one step further and state, hey, if a client has substandard tick beneath 128, we can actually upsample that for your better viewing as a remote client. Now, they can only actually give input 64 times a second, but what we do is we guarantee the smoothness of the network delivery. So instead of seeing like choppiness in the updates, you'll see a little bit more smooth stream of player movement. And that just helps you for hit tracking. So when you're trying to follow with your rifle or your sniper, it's just easier to follow the player as they traverse across the play space. We've kind of been working night and day for the last several months to make sure, hey, all the kinks are knocked out of this thing. This is as good as it can be, because we know how bad it is as a player to have a situation where you go for the headshot, you land it, but the server says nope. And we absolutely want to have that not be a thing for our game. That is our top line goal.
I think the biggest thing is, with this game being in development for so long, I hope we've met your expectations. I hope you appreciate the care and the love that we've put into this game. We really do want to make a game that both that we enjoy as gamers, but that we think you will really fall in love with. And I just hope that everything is kind of meeting the mark there.
But if we don't, send us your bugs, send us your feedback in a constructive way, not in a toxic way. But yes, we're always looking to improve. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate giving us the chance to kind of look in at a sneak peek of what we're doing behind the scenes on Valorant. Expect more of these dev diaries to come, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Yeah, see you out there.